Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Now, anyone who's been looking online for a roulette system that works will have almost certainly come across the Gambler's Bookcase, which is an American site that want to sell you roulette systems and baccarat systems, poker systems, blackjack systems, basically what they claim to be secret formulas, previously unreleased tips, that sort of thing, and they guarantee you X amount of profit. Now, the video we're going to look at today has been posted by the YouTuber Russell Hunter, and he is obviously affiliated directly with the Gambler's Bookcase, as all the videos seem to follow a certain trend. But this one stuck out for me as a sort of a fairly typical example, and it's called "Win $404 per hour at roulette with Gambling's Secret Formula." Now, three things struck me about this title straight away. Firstly, the very specific amount that it's promising you to win, $404, which is a bit of a convincer, as if it said win $400 plus an hour. It sounds more like a scam, but $404 sounds like a decent, solid, reliable number, and Gambling's Secret Formula. Now, everything about that to me shouts scam, but I wanted to keep an open mind. Obviously, in my previous video, I did state that there was no such thing as a working roulette system, and the only system that is reliable in terms of not losing at roulette is not to play the game. But I'm happy to give it another look. So let's crack on with this 6-minute video and see what he has to say, and see what this magic formula is. Yeah, what I failed to say actually there was that on this particular video, this win $404 an hour with Gambling's Secret Formula, the one thing I did forget to mention is that both the like and the dislike and also comments have all been disabled for this video. The reason being, I presume, is that if comments were enabled, the most popular, most upvoted, and probably the most common comment would be that it's a scam, that it doesn't work. But again, maybe this is me just being cynical, as I believe there's no such thing as a working roulette formula. So let's crack on, and let's see if I can be convinced otherwise by this Russell Hunter and his Gambler's Bookcase.
Hi, I'm Russell Hunter. Today I'm going to show you how you can use Gambling's Secret Formula to set up a 100% dependable source of income. You can tap anytime you want.
Right, first red flag for me there, a dependable source of income. Now, I know professional gamblers, I know people who bet on horses, on greyhounds, people who dedicate their time to the percentage controlled AWPs, i.e. the fruit machines, which we get here in the UK, and I don't think either of them would sort of call them a dependable source of income. They are a source of income for them, and bear in mind that professional gamblers make up the very, very small minority of gamblers.
I'm talking about a strategy that will bring you from $404 to $2,400 an hour.
Right, so anytime you like, you can make between $404 and $2,400 an hour. Now, I've had a look through this video, and although the editing and the sound quality and everything is particularly bad, that's to them rather than me, it must have still taken well in excess of an hour to put together. Now, I'm yet to actually look at the price of these books, but if you can make $2,000, say if we take an average, maybe $1,600 an hour with this strategy, then why on earth would you spend your time putting these videos together? And most importantly, why would you give away this strategy? Why would you increase the casino's knowledge of this? Why would you risk such a huge dependable income, to quote the Gambler's Bookcase, in order to inform others of it or to sell your books? Let's wait and see.
Gambling's Secret Formula is a strategy you can use over and over to bring in large amounts of cash virtually on demand. It's a strategy that beats the games of craps, roulette, and baccarat.
Right, call me a little bit cynical here. Now, three things strike me about this shot. Firstly, the guy isn't showing his face. Now, I appreciate my face isn't in this video, but if you scan through and look at my previous video, then you can see I show my face very clearly, and I'm not ashamed of that. I believe 100% in everything I'm selling. This guy isn't showing his face. I'm guessing in fear of reprisals from anyone who buys his overpriced book or his system. Secondly, he's obviously got his hand on the table there showing off his ring. I presume that's a wedding ring, but I guess it's to symbolise affluence and wealth and money, which unfortunately is massively counteracted by the cheap plastic roll-out roulette layout and the handful of really rather cheap-looking chips he's got there to demonstrate his secret formula.
Players just like you are easily winning as much as $6,000 a day in the easiest and safest way possible. If you're a roulette player, you're going to love this strategy. It takes just 2 bets on the outside numbers of red or black, or odd or even, or the high numbers or the low numbers. Let's place a $10 bet on red and see what happens.
Okay, so we're betting on red here. We're betting $10 on red.
That particular bet, we're going to assume we lost it. So the dealer takes our chips.
So far, I'm reasonably convinced. You know, he's lost his first bet. Obviously, in a dodgy example, he could have won that and convinced us that was the strategy. So let's see what happens now he's won.
On that. And our next bet, the system tells us to make a bet of $18 on red. So we make a bet of $18 on red. This time we win the bet. So we get paid off. We've got a winning bet of 18 on red.
Right, okay, so it seems to me so far to be some form of martingale system. He lost the first bet, he increased on the second bet, so you know, now he is up. He's made a bit of money. Obviously, we've discussed the martingale system before, and the very fact that he won on the second bet isn't a convincer to me, because as we know, you know, even with a 50-50, the losing result can come in time after time after time. So let's see how he continues. Does he go back to his $10 bet? And
our final bet is we're signaled to make $7 on black. We make $7 on black, and we win another bet. $7 payoff. We quickly won $15.
Okay, so now he's won 2 out of the 3 bets, which is perfectly possible and isn't bad as according to Meatloaf. But why has he switched to black? I can't see any logic in that at all. It's a 50-50 bet. If you're going to bet 50-50 and change the bet accordingly, then why switch your bet to black? It doesn't make any sense. It's still a 50-50 shot. Likewise, if you'd bet on red 3 times, you would have also won at this juncture. It's because you're betting on 50-50. The stakes don't seem to have any bearing on this whatsoever, apart from the increased stake after the losing bet, which is basic martingale.
Using a formula that automatically adjusts to every table condition, you'll easily win large amounts of money with Gambling's secret formula. And you'll do it making small bets.
Right. Nothing about this makes sense. Firstly, table conditions aren't a thing. Yes, of course, there are bent fraudulent roulette wheels, but very unlikely to find in a modern casino. And table conditions, I don't really know what he means by that. It sounds to me just to be a bit of a curveball. And again, he hasn't really shown us anything so far. Right, I'm going to skip forward a little bit here, as I think we've heard enough, and I presume the craps formula is going to be very, very similar to. Yeah, so there we go. Basically, he's making assumed bets, assuming that some are winning, some are losing, which of course is the natural course of things. But he doesn't go. I have actually, to be fair, looked through this video now with this, and then he goes on and on and on, and he doesn't actually ever really explain the formula, and the reason he doesn't explain the formula comes at the end, where he basically sends you over to their website to buy this system, to buy this thing that's guaranteed to make you between $400 and $2,400 per hour. So yeah, I mean, that seems like a reasonable bet. Now, the one thing I'd say is I actually went to the site, and it was very, very hard to actually find any reference to this book. It's a horribly laid out site. So actually, I went back, copied the URL, stuck it into the browser, and I actually managed to find it from there. Even then, it's just obscene amounts of text, testimonials, constant numbers, and nothing really solid. I'd save you the time of reading through this. It's a sales pitch. It's random numbers. None of this makes any sense whatsoever. And then it's only when you get to the bottom and you have to click order now, order now, order now. It's even got this little check-in thing. Yes, I'm ready to make $24,000 a month. Order now, order now. And it's only at this juncture $200. Yep, that's what they want. They want $200. Now, I said it before, if this guy is able to make a minimum of $404 again, rather arbitrary number, $404 an hour using this system. Even at this obscene price, why would he be selling these books? You wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to draw your attention to the system. You wouldn't want the casinos getting hold of it. It's a clear con. And this is why I'm completely happy to talk about Russell Hunter and about the gambler's bookcase. I may be a relatively small YouTuber, but I'm happy to call these guys out for trying to sell a solution to people who probably have a problem, and actually costing them more money in the process. Right, just a quick note here. I noticed when I was editing this that actually it's not the $199 that I said it was. It's actually $99.97. When I'd gone through and prepared the video, I'd actually already added one, in theory, to my basket. So yeah, it's actually $100, not $200. I don't think this makes any difference at all. You're effectively paying $200 for a secret system, which invariably is just a spin-off of another system which will be available completely free in the public domain. And the reason these systems are completely free is because they don't work. None of them work. They can't work, and there is no reason why, even if this guy was selling 10 books a day, that he would be selling this system, for $100, or indeed at all. If we go up here, if we can make a reliable income of $24,242 a month, then there would be absolutely no reason to sell the system. You would be out there, you would be earning a very nice, very easy living, and you'd be keeping it very much to yourself. So if anyone has actually bought this system, or if anyone was considering buying it, or has seen any roulette systems which actually they've looked at and thought, this seems like a good, reliable system, then please do put a link in the description, a link in the comments, or let me know the name of the system, and I'm happy to make a video or actually at least consider sort of looking through the system and see if I can find its flaws, because I almost guarantee there will be flaws. What I say, the reason I'm very happy to call these people out, some people would say, well, look, they're just, come on, Phil, they're just trying to make a bit of money selling these books. They're selling these books to people who are desperate, who have gambling problems, who have financial issues, and are taking more money off them, and they're actually putting them at a much greater risk of loss. So for that reason, I'm very happy to call them out. And invariably this video won't stand for long. I'm sure I'll receive a copyright strike for it, but hopefully if it's reached a couple of people and stopped you from parting with your hard-earned money for these absolute rip-off con systems, then I think it's going to be worthwhile. Again, I'd love to hear your comments. Put them in the comments section down below, and I will obviously do my utmost to get back to every single one of you that comments. While you're here, please do subscribe, please like the video. It will help me, and it will help me to reach more people in subsequent videos in exposing some of these fallacies around gambling, and to show that the game can't be beaten and that the casino will always win. All right, until next time anyway, thanks for watching.